Alzheimer's has become the most common cause of dementia. 1 in every 4 American families will be affected. In Focus welcomes to the program Dr. Arnold Bresky. He's a preventive gerontologist. And you made up that word.
I did. 12 years ago, I made it up. I'm a doctor who teaches people how to age gracefully and successfully.
You started out delivering babies. You delivered nearly 10,000, and now you're working at the other end of life's extreme.
Right, and the reason for that is the babies I delivered are going to live to 90 to 100, Mike. And it's my theory that it's not how long you live, but how well you live. So I decided to increase the quality of life of the many thousands of babies I delivered. So I work now in the field of aging.
And you are a firm believer that, like many, Alzheimer's disease is reaching crisis proportions.
Absolutely. We now know all the numbers because of the aging population in the world. It's a growing public health and social care crisis, and if we don't do something to prevent it through delay, it will bankrupt Medicare and every country in the world.
The numbers are mind-boggling. 5 million suffer from it now. 1 in 1,000 people before age 65, 1 in 20 after age 65. And then I saw where in 2050, 16 million cases are expected.
Absolutely, and this is in the world. There is no culture, no type of person, rich, old, any color. Everyone is being affected because we're getting older, we're getting more obese, and we have more hypertension.
Let's talk about your book, The Secret for Caregiver Success. What are some of the causes of memory disorders?
Well, we know the three. I've done the research, other doctors have done the research. The #1 cause is oxidative stress, when oxygen that's being in our cells for energy comes out with an electron that's not there. It becomes a free radical and damages cells and DNA in the brain and other parts of the body. That's how aging occurs after age 50. That's the #1 cause. #2 is lifestyle choices. We are not exercising, we're not eating properly, we're not taking control of our depression and chronic stress, major problem. And 3 is disuse. As we get older, we do not use our brain enough. We have to stimulate our brain every single day.
And you say in the book that everyone is a caregiver. What do you mean by that?
Everyone has to take care of themselves first. That's the secret to caregiver success. That's why I teach people they must take care of themselves first so they can take care of their loved one. If they don't take care of themselves, we have the statistics, they will lose 4 to 8 years from their lifespan. Some caregivers die before the other person, so we have to teach people the tools and the skills to be an effective caregiver. Otherwise, they're going to go by trial and error. So I've decided to make it a public health issue. I speak to doctor groups and all over about how to be an effective caregiver, because people become caregivers and have no idea what to do because there are no role models.
And then you also talk about the people who are caregivers to other people are burning out as well.
Absolutely. They suffer from chronic depression, chronic stress, they get hypertension, they get diseases, their immune system fails, and now they come to me. I have to take care of the caregiver and the person they're taking care of. That's why this is a public health issue, and because of our aging population, we're going to need 200,000 new professional caregivers every year starting today. That's why I want to open up schools for family caregivers and for professional caregivers so I could raise the standards and people will know what to do and what not to do. It's a skill.
Dr. Bresky, can you show us this board up here, the brain activity where people who've worked with you?
Yes. One of the things that I have found out and other doctors have found out through brain scans and research is that the brain could heal itself. It has stem cells. When we exercise, there's a growth hormone. So when people are referred to me, this is what their brain looks like. Very few brain cells, dendrites, and connections. After 4 months of my Dr. Bresky's Brain Tune-Up, this program is set up to grow new brain cells. Look what the brain looks like. Mike, this is what people want. You can do it at any age. I have had patients 96 improve their memory tests.
And I want to show this. You show that other board too, because this is pretty remarkable.
Right. When I get referred patients with severe dementia and Alzheimer's, what I want to do is stimulate the growth of new cells. So I use the cells that still are able to be stimulated, music and art. It's behind our ears, and it's the last cells to be demyelinated, and that's what's involved with Alzheimer's, so I teach them because the brain works through numbers and patterns. I use the Michelangelo grid system, 500 years old. These are drawings done by Alzheimer patients, stage 2 and 3, very severe, who have never drawn before, and look at the quality of work.
Those are remarkable pictures. And you're saying they're late stage?
Late stage, and I go around with art exhibits, and I call it hope and energy. This lowers their depression and chronic stress. Their memory gets better.
All right, well, when we come back, Dr. Bresky will talk about his user-friendly 9-point brain tune-up system.